I think that this concept of a community, a human community with a shared future, is the only way in which the world can make progress.
Since the establishment of diplomatic relations in 1951, China and Pakistan has preserved their friendship for 70 years. What do you think is a key factor for both countries to maintain such a profound relationship for such a long time?
The China-Pakistan friendship was conceived by the vision of our leaders in the past. And it has been always based on the principles of the UN Charter and the principles of peaceful coexistence, based on mutual respect for each other, for respect for each other's sovereignty, territorial integrity, and complete mutual trust between the two countries, as well as cooperation, which has always been a win-win cooperation, bringing benefits to both countries. Our friendship has endured. We have now an all-weather strategic cooperation partners, which is what we have called our friendship. And in 2005, we signed the Treaty of Friendship, Cooperation, and Good Neighborly Relations, which is the basis for our relationship, which has expanded from the strategic defense to extensive economic cooperation through the China-Pakistan economic corridor. So it is an enduring friendship, and China is the cornerstone of Pakistan's foreign policy, and we look to the growth in China's strength, China's rise, China's role in both the region as well as in the world.
As an important component for both countries' economic cooperation, the China-Pakistan economic corridor has been constructed for 8 years already. So from your point of view, how much has the surrounding area and region has been changed or developed under this project? And what do you think, how does this embody the idea of Belt and Road Initiative?
My Prime Minister Imran Khan has very warmly endorsed the initiative of President Xi Jinping, his visionary initiative for the Belt and Road Initiative, which represents the model for economic cooperation in the future, bringing benefits to all the people of the countries involved in a win-win cooperation. And China-Pakistan Economic Corridor is a flagship project for the Belt and Road Initiative.
We know that you are a permanent representative to the United Nations from Pakistan. So in your opinion, what are some of the challenges and problems that the international governance system, with UN as its core, of course, is facing nowadays? And how would you evaluate China's role as a member of the United Nations Security Council?
Well, I think, as we all know, the world is passing through a very difficult point in history. We are facing the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, which has triggered the most pervasive health and economic crisis in the last 100 years. It has increased inequality and pushed back millions of people back into poverty and reversed the progress made in development over the last several decades. So that is a major challenge we have to address. But unfortunately, at the same time, there has been an effort from some quarters to trigger global tension. China has a very important role, as well as the the fastest growing global economy and the second largest global economy in the world. It has an important role and important responsibilities to address the pandemic, to address the issues of climate change, to try and redress the inequality in the relations between nations, and try to promote cooperation and avoid the global tensions which have been promoted by certain quarters.
We know that Chinese President Xi has emphasized several times in the recent years about creating a community with a shared future for mankind. And what is your understanding for this proposal?
I think that this concept of a community, a human community with a shared future, is the only way in which the world can make progress. We are living in a world which contains major, not only economic, but military powers. We are living in a world in which nuclear weapons still exist. And therefore, a major war or conflict between major nations is unthinkable. And therefore, the only way in which we can conceive the future of mankind is a peaceful future. And we must find the ways to promote cooperation, what President Xi Jinping has called win-win cooperation. We have to find ways to promote that.
We know this year marks the 100th anniversary of the founding of Chinese Communism Party. And last year, Harvard University Kennedy School has made a survey titled Understanding the Resilience of Communist Party of China. And from your observation, what changes has been brought to China by the government of the Communist Party of China?
The Chinese Communist Party has taken the Chinese nation from the depths of despair. And this has been obviously made possible by the dedication of China's great leaders, Chairman Mao, Premier Zhou Enlai, Chairman Deng Xiaoping, and now President Xi Jinping. It is only with honest and dedicated leadership that nations can rise. And China has been very fortunate to have such great leaders in the last century. It is also, your success is based on a Communist Party which is devoted and dedicated, but also which operates on the basis of merit and performance of its members.